It's the early way, yeah. It's the early way, yeah, yeah. It's the early way, yeah. It's the early way, yeah, yeah. What's up? I'm Early Earl. Thank y'all for hitting these YouTube streets and coming on down to the early way. I'm coming at y'all with another Reddit Out Loud, and this is where we get together, we pull stories from Reddit.com, we read them aloud, we give our thoughts and opinions, hell, we give our advice too, or we just laugh at them because you know some of these stories be crazy as hell. Y'all tune in with me. And we have our first Reddit Out Loud, and it says, am I the asshole for telling my wife that her dad cross-dresses? More so of a would I be the asshole, as I haven't told her yet, but want to get some feedback before I decide to tell her or not. Well, let's see. Long story short, my wife and I are staying with her parents while we have work done on our home. This morning, our cat decided to wake me up for food at 5 a.m., not uncommon, and when I went upstairs to feed him, I came across a startled father-in-law. It was early, so I was somewhat groggy, but he was definitely sitting in the kitchen wearing a bra. And I think he also may have been trying to quickly pull off and hide a pair of panties from under his robe. Well, okay then. I avoided looking in his direction and acted as groggy as possible while I quickly gave the cat a scoop of food and then retreated back to the basement. The only thing I said was, he always wakes me up early for food. And father-in-law responded with, oh, that's all he wants? In a startled tone. I spent the rest of the morning thinking about his interaction and haven't said anything to my wife yet. Would I be the asshole if I told her? Would I be more of an asshole if I didn't? Help me, Reddit. This feels weird. To add to this, he gets up early every Saturday, the day this happened, and goes golfing with buddies. Now, my mind is spiraling thinking about how this could be a weekly thing that maybe his family doesn't know about. Was he prepping to go do something other than golf? Oh my God, make the thought stop. Too long, didn't read. Observe father-in-law cross-dressing and can't decide whether to tell my wife or not. And no, I don't think you'll be the asshole if you tell your wife. There's possibly a chance that she may already know. And if she don't, well, she does now. But shit, I'll probably talk to the father-in-law first. Cause look, y'all remember what happened with Bruce Jenner? Kim said when she was small, she had saw him running around the house in like some woman's clothes. And look, years later, Bruce turned into a whole woman. He's just transitioned to a woman. So shit, I don't know. I'm gonna say talk to the dad first. It's probably, some type of fetish he has and nothing more. But if it's more than that, that's a whole other discussion. But talk with your father-in-law, then talk with your wife. No, you would not be the asshole. That's some crazy shit. And that's all I got for that one. Next! And our next Reddit Out Loud says, am I wrong for hanging out with my female friends when I'm married? Well, let's see. I haven't gotten a chance to hang out with my friends since we moved, and we've been really busy, and I feel bad for causing a drift between my friends. I've just been really busy with life. My wife knows I have some female friends. She's been uncomfortable with it, but I also hardly hang out with them. Like I said, we're just always busy. But last night, I went to grab drinks with some of my female friends I've known for many years, and my wife said, okay, whatever, it's fine. But it wasn't fine. She was texting me all night, but when I got home, she yelled at me and said no married man should ever have friends of the opposite gender. She said she knows I didn't do anything with them, otherwise she would leave me if she had doubts. But she said it's the principle, and it's just disrespectful to our marriage that I have female friends. I don't agree. Am I wrong? And no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I don't agree with your wife. How is it disrespectful to hang out with your friends? What's the principle of that? You can't have friends of the opposite sex when you're married because of what? Who came up with that? I ain't never heard no shit like that. At first, I was like, damn, I'm on your wife's side because I'm like, maybe you should have just invited her out with you and your friends so she could see that ain't nothing going on. Y'all just old friends getting up. Maybe she felt excluded. That's what I was thinking, but nope. She just wants you to not have no female friends. She got a insecurity that she needs to work on. That's what it seemed like to me. She's insecure about something. So no, you're not wrong for hanging out with your friends. Your wife is wrong as hell. And she need to get it together. So she said she can't have no male friends because of what? See, I don't understand that. That shit crazy. That's all I got for that one too. And next, and our next Reddit out loud says, "My BF is obsessed with duct tape. Is this how kinks are, or is this a bigger issue?" This sounds like a big ass issue to me. Yeah, let's see what the hell she talking about. It says, "My boyfriend is very into BDSM and being tied in duct tape. This was never something I did before, but was open to it for him. I noticed very quickly what, at least to me, seemed like odd behavior. It is odd." He was upwards of 40 rows of duct tape in his closet, would drop $100 on tape, would sit there and smell the rolls and get turned on, or would just look at the rolls and jerk off. What the fuck? What? I found them in bed with him. Get the fuck out of here. That shit is ridiculous. As if he was laying with them. I can't. We'll spend hours Googling about duct tape and which is the best and strongest. It's literally an obsession. It's crazy. That's what it is. This is crazy. He talks about it so passionately. Like it's his partner, lol. I get the kink, you do? Because I don't get it at all. But I get uncomfortable because of it. It just seems like it's a lot more than that. I've never seen anyone want slash need to hang out with their kinks. Getting Rose out to sit on the table while we're watching a movie, just looking for some input or whatever. Is this a thing or is he in love with it? LOL. This is crazy as hell. Call the people and get him back at it. Cause what the fuck? Oh jeez. Or email the TLC network and get him on My Strange Addiction. This shit is crazy. So you say he actually beats off to duct tape. He actually lay in bed with the duct tape. He actually just look at the duct tape and get turned on. This is that's crazy. So you telling me he never fucked Wayne, he never fucked Drake. All his life, man, fuck sake. If he did, he been nice with it and let him eat his ass like a cupcake. Your man food, he just ate. He don't duck nobody but tape. Yeah, that was a setup for a punchline on duct tape. I ain't got nothing else to say on that one. And next. In our next Reddit Out Loud says, "Me, 30-year-old male, have found out that my girlfriend, 25-year-old female, has been cheating on me with our neighbor." Goddamn. I was sleeping over at her house one day and had to use the bathroom. While I was in there, I heard the doorbell and thought it may have been the neighbor, 27-year-old female, as they had a package left with us as they had been out. I heard my girlfriend answer the door. When I finished up in the bathroom, I overheard hush whispers that sounded like she said, "He's coming, get out of here." I asked her who it was, and she said the neighbor came to pick up the package. I didn't think anything of it as I was too tired and went back to bed. In the morning, I saw the neighbor's package and asked her about it. She told me she couldn't find it at the time and told him that she would look in the morning. The goddamn lies. She's lying. A few days later, I found a pair of boxers in my drawer that wasn't mine. I asked her about them and she said they had to be mine. However, I never brought the brand of boxers. The fuck? So the neighbor comfortable enough to just leave his boxers in the drawer too? Y'all sharing the same drawer in her house? That's what it sounds like. A few days passed and she was staying at my one week when I saw her neighbor had texted her while she was asleep, saying, "Can I come now, or is he there?" I didn't call her out on it as I didn't want to just assume. What you mean you didn't want to just assume? It was there in black and white in plain view, plain as simple. Can I come over? Is he there now? That means when she say no, you're not there, he's coming over. Every time you're not there, he's over at her house. So you let that slide. You wasn't gonna be assuming that was straight facts. You had the evidence that was facts. Come on now. One day I was off work and went to go round to her place to surprise her, and as I got closer, I could hear her moaning rather loud. I was about to knock when I heard her say his name. I didn't know what to do, so I walked down the road and waited for a bit. After an hour pause, hold up for a second. So you waited a whole hour down the road? What the fuck? It says after an hour or so, I saw him kiss her at the door and go back to his house. I can't believe you waited that long. How do I confront her? I love her. I want to stay with her, but would never trust her again. What should I do? You should walk away and don't choke. Say goodbye and don't stumble. You know what the fuck? What do you mean you want to stay with her, but you would never trust her? You sound crazy. You just caught her cheating. You just caught her. The fuck? You caught her red-handed, banging on the bathroom floor. She got dick right on the man right next though. So she called and get dick right on the man. That's crazy. You should just leave. You might actually find somebody out there that's gonna really respect you. At least respect you enough to not have you looking dumb in these streets. Lace up them boots and keep it the fuck moving. Don't even look back at that hoe. Excuse my French. And next. And we have our last read it out loud. And it says, my 30-year-old male husband is so insecure to the point that it's affecting our marriage. Then leave. Leave that NIGGA right now. If it's affecting your marriage, pack your shit up and go. That's my advice right now. It says, my husband didn't have a lot of relationship experience when we met 7 years ago. It was a red flag in my head at first, but everything else was so great I ignored it, and that's where you fucked up at. You got 100 green flags and one red flag, and you ignore that one red flag. No, pay attention to it. I promise you it's important. Well, now we've been married a little over 3 years, and it's gotten to the point that I can't really have friends. He made me cut off a friend of 15 years because he doesn't like her. He looks through my phone whenever I leave it anywhere and takes everything out of context until the extreme. And that's because you ignored that very important red flag. If only you didn't. I feel very controlled and stuck. He lets his mind spiral to the point that he makes himself sick thinking of worst case scenarios. I've tried to explain how therapy might help or just offer advice I've gotten from my own therapist about how to try and be in control of your mind and thoughts, and he refuses to work on it because he doesn't care. Because he controls his minds and thoughts. He already thinking what he thinking and ain't nothing gonna change it. That's it. I'm at a point where I'm so exhausted from defending myself over every little thing when I've done nothing wrong that I'm considered separation. It's killing me to be in this environment, and now we have a 2-year-old, and I'm worried about him seeing our relationship as a good example. Any advice? Well, my advice to you is to leave. Leave, leave. Pack your shit up and go. What I said at the beginning is what I'm saying now. Get up and go. You will never be happy, and any and everything you do will be looked at under a microscope with him. It sounds like, for one, he's jealous, 2, insecure, 3, selfish, 4, controlling, and 5, he's a narcissist. Pack your shit up and go. You're gonna always be, accused of doing something other under his eyes, whether you're doing it or not. You're gonna always be accused. So, my advice to you is to get the fuck out that relationship now. Because in the words of Kaya, that nigga don't mean you no good. He don't mean you no good. So, pack your shit, grab your son, and go. And that's all I have for Reddit Out Loud. That's all I really got to say. And I thank y'all for tuning in to the early way. Until next time.